In this video, taking a look at Romans chapter 12, verses 6 through 13. Since we have the gifts that differ according to the grace given to us, each of us is to exercise them accordingly. If prophecy, according to the proportion of his faith; if service, in his serving; or he who teaches, in his teaching; or he who exhorts, in his exhortation; he who gives with liberality; he who leads with diligence; he who shows mercy with cheerfulness. Let love be without hypocrisy. Abhor what is evil, cling to what is good, be devoted to one another in brotherly love. Give preference to one another in honor, not lagging behind in diligence, fervent in spirit, serving the Lord, rejoicing in hope, persevering in tribulation, devoted to prayer, contributing to the needs of the saints, practicing hospitality. Now, having explained that followers of Jesus are to present themselves as living sacrifices, Paul has begun developing exactly what that looks like in day-to-day life. Previously, Paul explained that this entails not conforming to the default settings of existence, but being transformed, changing the way one thinks about themselves and the world. In other words, seeing themselves as God sees them, covered by the righteousness of Christ. As a result, this should lead the follower of Jesus to live sacrificially in worship of God. Now Paul details what that looks like to live among other believers, each of whom have different roles to fulfill as members of the body of Christ. Notice that the defining characteristic here is love. Love without hypocrisy, that seeks to place the well-being of others above the well-being of oneself. In other words, it is a love that is characteristic of God himself. It is the giving up of the world and one's pursuit of worldly status in favor of serving God and others.